Hi there, it's a lot of help with James Lott Jr. I'm James Lott Jr., certified life coach, professional organizer, and media content empire creator. Couldn't get that out. Welcome to the show. A lot of help.com is the website. I have so many shows on here, and I talk about stuff sometimes. I have guests on here, but sometimes I talk about things that happen. I relate them to you guys and how I handle them. And I talked about caregiving before on this one and on my other show, 50 Plus. You can check that out everywhere too on YouTube, also at JLJ Media or any streaming service, audio streaming service program. I talk about I have a little chip here, in my drink. I talk about human behavior and things that I'm learning as I go along. And one of the things I already talked about, where when you're a caregiver, people say, "Oh, if you need me, just call me. I'll be there," and then they're not there for you. This is something similar, cousin to this. This is like for people who are entrepreneurs, small business, who are trying to get their foot on the off the ground. This is for people who are content creators, things like that. Because I get my clients, friends, colleagues complain a lot about this, and I know it happens to me too sometimes. And I found ways to handle it. I found a whole way to handle it and how it goes. For example, a friend of mine will say, I posted about my new movie, and some people just never commented. And then 3 days afterwards, did your movie happen already? I'm sorry, I've just been so busy. I just didn't know. Now, most people know me, right? If you know me, I'm probably one of the busiest people in the world that you know. I do 10, 100 million different things. Plus, now I'm a caregiver and I'm doing all kinds of running two business, everything. Now, there are times, like if you have kids or if you're caregiving, that if you're on set somewhere, you're busy. There are times when you just can't get back to people, but then on a timely manner. But for the most part, I feel you can. But what I've learned is you have to want to. And it has to be important to you to get back. I got a text recently because I had my big 16-hour marathon last weekend. It was very successful. I made my goal. One person was like, "Did it happen already?" Now here's the thing. I posted an email. I posted on all social media platforms, every single one, for weeks. I posted it everywhere. Day of, people were in it, posting it. So it wasn't like I just posted one place and that's it. Now, caveat, I do know people have different email habits. People have different social media habits. Totally get that also. However, what I've learned is if something or someone's important to you, you'll know about it, you'll find it. I do my best. Not perfect all the time, but I do my best to at least get back to people in a timely manner. And let them know I'm super busy or I can't do it or whatever. I let them know. If I can make something, I try to say, yes, I can make it. No, I can't. I try to answer all my emails. I did a show on that too, actually, on my organizing show. Let me plug everything. The Super Organizer with James Lott Jr., I do a show on how to take care of emails. But I've learned, and this is not even an evil thing. It's not about being evil. Just you're not that important to them. Not in that instance. Um, I had another text. You sent me so many emails. I just saw this today. So I'm like, okay. And I didn't give any shade. No, I didn't go back. I was just like, okay, well, it was a successful event. You missed out. So and so came. It was um, a great place for you to promote yourself. I had a lot of people watching. They didn't answer back, of course. But here's the deal: if it was something, I almost can guarantee, if I was from General Hospital, ABC Disney, NBC Disney, if I was from Days of Our Lives Peacock, if I was from CBS Television City and sent you an email, you would have answered the email back in a timely manner. You would have made sure you were there. So I've learned people have priorities. And it has nothing to do with being mean to you or nothing or doing anything wrong to you. That you're just not that important. That's all it is. They can give you all kinds of runaround or whatever, but to me, you make it to things you really make. There's few instances where you're super super busy. And when it comes to emails, if you have a job, you have to answer emails. You have other things, you have to answer emails. So I'm always like, yeah, there's some weird email etiquette. People do certain things. I like some people check their personal emails at night. So I'm doing it first thing in the morning. So I've had to learn as I do all these, organize all these recordings I do with people and work with people, that some folks will get back to me this time of day. Some will get back to me this time of day. There are some who get back to you right away, like I do, get back to you right away. So I know certain things, but I also do know it's just the truth. we're in a very self-centered business. You're so busy trying to handle your shit. You're so busy trying to get your stuff out of the way that if it's something that does not appeal to you, you feel it's going to do anything for you, not go check it. That person may very well not see my email till today. It's kind of weird because I sent the email out like 5 days ago, but that's kind of weird. But there's nothing that can tell me. There's nothing that can tell me that tell me otherwise. I just wasn't important to them at that time, and that's what happens. And I had to learn not to get upset anymore because the folks who cared did answer the email or did show up. And you can't, because a lot of times we're so busy complaining about stuff, we can't negate or ignore the folks who do show up. It's not fair to them. You have to make sure these folks did show up for you. They did come in. They did see your email. They did get back to you. I had a successful. You being there, not being there, didn't stop my success. So I can't sit in just the seats of judgment and anger and upsetness and bitterness that you didn't, for whatever reason, you didn't come to it. It was important to me, but it wasn't important to you. Life goes on. These folks did. They showed up, and it's your missed out opportunity. Now, something we have to get to that point. I'm learning to not care about likes so much, amount of likes or amount of views anymore. It's more of you could be a big fish in a small pond. Because I do things, I release material, sometimes both audio and video. So it's the same material released on the audio streams and released on YouTube. YouTube views, get 100, 120 views. You're like, wow, I'm not getting, it's nothing. But I'm grateful for those 120 views. I'll take it. But then on the audio side, that same show could get 2,000 downloads. It's still a success. I had to stop caring and go, okay, if 2,000 people would rather listen to me and my co-hosts than actually watch us, there could be 10,000 reasons why. Actually, when it comes to listening, you can put us on anywhere. That's very portable. Yes, we have phones and tablets, but a lot of times you don't have time to look. And much of my content, you don't even need to look. I'll tell you the truth. I mean, we're good looking people, but I don't do a lot of visuals and pop-ups and stuff. So it's mostly us talking anyway. So I take the successes wherever I can get them because they're still successes. But I'm not going to sit there and nitpick and go, well, I only got 85 views this one, and that sucks. I wish you had more. You always wish you had more. You always wish you had more. Also, sometimes things come later. There are a couple of videos I did when I first put them out. I was like, oh, okay. And then 2 months later, I go back, well, where they're in 1,000 views? Like, where'd that? Like, okay. So you have to learn that some things people come to them later. I've learned with this being doing Star Wars content and Marvel content, a lot of folks will go around to all their regular staples, the bigger ones. But after they're done, they're still jonesing for more content. Well, now they get down to us. And then our stuff becomes successful. Like, where did that come from? And that's why all my Star Wars stuff is very successful. The Marvel stuff. I did When Calls to Heart after show with Serafini first. We were the first way back when, 2016. Way back when. Now there's other podcasts. There's Hallmarky's this and that over there, and Hardy's this. And I have to stop myself from going, well, they got the writer, they got to this, they got to that. I didn't get them. But here's the reverse of that. I know many of the actors, and they come on my show, and I give them a good experience. I know the PR person there. I know Brian Bird, who's the one executive producer. So I know, and they come on my shows. So it's like, be grateful for that. You may not get the exclusives and things like that. That's fine, but be grateful. I have friends in business who do give me the exclusives first. I'm very fortunate for that too. They're like, James, I'm coming to you. Like I had Krista Allen or Marcel Stafford or Sean. They come to me and go, James, we'll give it to you first. Thank you. Or I'm on some short lists. Eric Braid, I'm always on his list for stuff. Some things with the Emmys. I know certain people in this business, so I have to be thankful for that, and not look at any of the other negatives that can really wear you down. And that's kind of the so the title of this is You're Not That Important. Just meaning, it's not anything, it's not even a negative thing. If someone says to you, "Oh, you needed help with your mom the other day," I just got the message. Just go, "Okay, thank you. I figured it out," or whatever. "It's too late now. It's fine. Go about your business." But see, my brain goes, also my eyes wide open, that you will only respond when it's convenient for you, when it works for you, and when it's something that will work for you. That way you see value in it. And sometimes that works. Sometimes you're like, that person comes through because I don't care what the reasoning is, they come through, I'll take it. And no shame, I'll take it. And other times, I just know they don't give a shit. So then I don't get upset when they don't come through. And that's something we just have to. It's just about looking honestly at situations and not vilifying people or making or villainizing people. Just going, okay, well, that's just for them. That's not important. And moving on. But it's hard. And make sure before I end this podcast, I got to admit it is hard. I've had years of working on this, but it can be hard because I can be petty as f. And I'm trying and try not to be, but it can be really hard, and it's just personally hurtful. You feel hurt. You feel like I do for you, I've done things for you, and you can't even do this or whatever. You have to let that go. I do things for people when I feel like it myself too. When I feel like I want to do something, then I do something. And that's on me. And I'm not gonna do the tit for tat or whatever and just kind of like, well, since you didn't do it, I'm gonna nope, I'm gonna do that. If I feel like helping you, I'm gonna do it because I want to. If I don't feel like helping you, I'm not gonna do it because I want to. It's the same thing, right? But I'm not gonna do it, eye for an eye. But when folks treat you enough times where they're just never there for you or don't work out for you, they adjust your behavior and just go, okay, got it. I won't invite them as much. I won't do this with them, or just step back a bit. Because we don't have to give our all to everybody, and we don't have to expect all from everybody. I know it's like it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So many emotional minefields in this business, and when you're a business owner and all of that, it's just incredible. I'm James Lott Jr. Again, a lot of help.com. I'm for hire as a life coach in many areas, including media. And everyone, try to be there for people though, and try to answer your emails back when you can, if you can.